Alright guys, welcome back to PP Brothers. I have a new guest on the show today. It's the Whiff. Times are crazy, so it's time to arm your ladies, or you ladies to arm yourselves. You know, girl power or whatever. So, the gun we're actually doing a review and shoot on is this 43. She's going to be doing most of the shooting, or if not all the shooting in the video. We've already shot it. I wanted her to get some rounds down range so that she could talk kind of about it, or she's going to talk about it. So, with all the child sex trafficking and all the craziness that's happening, it's kind of come to my attention that the ones with the children need to be armed to protect themselves and the kids. So she spends most of the time with the kids. So gun it is. Let's jump right into it. So the Glock 43, it's a 9mm. It's a single stack, 6-round mag. I believe they have plus 2 mags, so 8. And we've got the little extended grip one, which actually makes it a little more comfortable even for me. It's got a really small grip for banana hands, but if I've heard grab it on a normal hand, it's pretty good, pretty comfortable. This one has no finger grooves like this Glock 17 has finger grooves. This one does not. The trigger guard is already notched up pretty good. Really allows that high grip, which is really nice for control. As far as shooting, it seems like it's a Glock, shoots good. It's not broken. We had one malfunction where a round failed to eject, tap rack, and it was good to go. Other than that, we put around 50 to 75 rounds through it, I think, and no other issues. It's got a real small barrel on it, so they're not terribly accurate out past 10 yards. I mean, I was able to shoot 15 yards with it one-handed and hit, but for a little bit less experienced shooters, it's definitely going to be a self-defense, not a target shooting gun. But I mean, I guess you can get good enough with anything. So, I'll pass over to the wife. I'll ask you some questions you can kind of answer. As far as, hold the gun up. As far as recoil, what'd you think? How did it recoil? Pretty light, pretty heavy?
Fairly light. I mean, I think the 500 is less, but...
The 500 kicks less?
Yeah.
It's a lot heavier gun. So, you shot this. Compared to this, how did it kick? It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I shot them both. I would honestly say this kicks just a little bit. It's not really kicking more. It's a very light gun. I mean, it's the lightest, other than this Ruger LCP and 380. This is the lightest gun, and this actually is snappier to shoot. This, I would say, she could comfortably shoot hundreds of rounds a day with it and be fine. Did you get any slide bite or anything? It didn't.
No.
Never pinched me either, and I got the banana hands on it. So, as far as shooting, I thought it was really good. Very controllable. At 3 yards, she was able to quickly put rounds inside of a 5-inch group. Pretty good. You know, obviously you're not going to get super stellar accuracy out of one of these, but I would say you can probably shoot 2-3 minutes with it pretty easy. As far as reliability, it's a Glock. I mean, this thing's filthy. It rides around with me at work. It gets beat up on, and I would not hesitate with this. Same with that. I'd put the lives of my loved ones behind that gun. So, magazines, the Glock mags. I got the steel liners. They're good. We broke. Oh no, maybe we didn't. Yeah, that's just how they are. Where's that other mag in it? Oh, okay. So these new mags are just shaped a little different. I thought we busted the tip off of one.
We did. I thought so too.
Yeah, no. So they're just, these are shaped different than these other mags that I'm used to shooting. You can see it right here. This is a 17 mag, and then this one comparatively looks like it's busted, but I've got 3 of them. They all look exactly the same. So, all right, I take that back. Then Glock mag didn't break. She must have just had a failure to eject. No big deal. It's got the brand new Glock issues. It's not really issues. They just need work done. The slide release is tough. Almost. I mean, she could do it if she really tried, but it's easier for her to slingshot. It might just be easier to slingshot. Not a big deal. Chances are you're not going to have to reload, or if you do, it's going to be a labored process anyway, I'd say. So, kind of my idea here is something that is lightweight, that, I mean, you can carry in all different assortments of holsters. Here's a leather holster that I've got that it fits in. It's kind of loose. This is not the holster for it, but Galco, I'm certain, makes holsters. They got the Mike's holsters. This is for this 380, so it probably isn't big enough. I mean, it covers the trigger. If you really wanted to carry it in a pocket, you absolutely could. And then there's always, you know, good plastic holsters. Not plastic, but Kydex holsters. So kind of what I want to do with this Glock 43 is go through, I got a couple other good self-defense everyday carry guns on the table here. For if you can carry a full size, go full size. Glock 17 with a light. You guys have seen this gun. If you haven't, I'll link the video for it down in the description. You can't beat a full size 9mm pistol. This carries 18 rounds on the stock mag. 17 plus 1. And just the factory magazines, they make 33 rounders for it. Otherwise, another really good carry option is a shield. This is a 45, they make them in 40 and 9 as well. This is a good slim option for somebody who has a bigger hand, because this has a pretty good sized grip on it. Still a single stack. This gun's a lot heavier. They're not terribly different, to be honest. They're not too much different. I could pull up the weights and everything, but you can look that up too. If you look at them side by side, the shield, man, they're really close. If I'm really being honest, being that this is a 9 and this is 45, that's where you're going to get a little bit of difference, but they're really close. They're really pretty close. The shield's got a little more grip, a little bit of a longer grip anyway, but this 43 is pretty comparable, I would say. I think if I threw a Hogue grip on here, which I probably will throw a Hogue grip on here because they're awesome, but throw a Hogue grip on here and got an extended mag, I would carry this. So I would say it's a good carry gun for really anybody. Lightweight, easy to use. It's a Glock, point and shoot. They're gonna go bang every time. So my third option is a micro. A lot of women wear really small, not smalls, but really tight clothes. You know, the spandex and stuff. It's gonna be hard to conceal a gun. This little guy, you can conceal this thing pretty easy. I mean, it's the size of my palm, and it's pretty concealable even in her hand. She could, you know, it's a very small firearm. It's 380 ACP. They've got extended magazines. This is, again, that's a Ruger LCP. Good little gun. Out of these, I prefer the shield. To be honest, I prefer to carry the full size, but I would carry this. This is a good little gun. We're going to get a lot more rounds downrange with this. I've got some shooting footage. Probably do some little upgrades to this just to make it a little more usable for her. Maybe throw a set of sights, a trigger, and a slide release on it is kind of what I'm thinking. But for now, it'll do the job, and that's the point, is you need to carry. If it's not on you, it's not even worth having. If you don't plan on carrying, do not buy a firearm because it's a waste of your time. At least a handgun. Otherwise, get your concealed carry. Go to a course. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Every gun store that I've been to has some sort of self-defense. They do women's self-defense courses for free some places. You should be versed with a firearm, I believe. Alright guys, so we're still out at the berm, but I set up a little piece of plywood, painted a dot on it. We don't want to be shooting at that this close, it'll ricochet. So what we're gonna do is about 3 to 4 yards, so she's gonna scoot up a little bit. It's kind of hard to believe, but the idea of this firearm is self-defense, and most self-defense shootings happen within 3 yards or closer, really, probably 2 yards, 6 feet. I mean, it's arm's reach. Chances are, if you're outside of that, you're gonna retreat, get away, unless you're having a gun battle, which I just don't see happening. So she's going to stand about 6-7 feet away. She's going to, with one hand, shoot that target. And she's going to wait until I get my ears on. Okay, I'm gonna shoot from back here. Good push. All right, go ahead, shoot her up. You're hitting.
No.
Huh? Oh, we had a malfunction. Failure to extract, it looks like. Ah, all right. Well, here's our first malfunction. Broke the magazine. Well, I don't see any real issues with the brass. Extractor looks good. Let's see here. Took a chip out of the mag. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the rest of these, see if it functions. Well, it loaded. Well, seems good. I'm gonna run a bunch more rounds through this one to see if that holds up. I don't see why it wouldn't. Looks like it just might have just caught the feed lip a little with that round. These are first shots through this thing, so it's not broken. It was a brand new gun. So I'll give it that one. That's the first time I've ever even had a Glock fail on me. So you got the other mag. We'll switch back and let her do some more shooting.
It's getting.
Scoot up. So there's her rounds, and honestly that's not bad. If you can do that from 6 yards, you can defend yourself. So we'll load up one more mag. I'm gonna have her run through one kind of fast, see if she can keep them all on the target, and then we'll go inside and we'll do a sit down and talk about it for a second. So thanks for watching. This is Pew Pew Brothers. We're out of here.